Hello everybody. I would like to start Shakuhachi Grand Tutorial number 4. This time I'd like to explain how to blow and how to generate the sound. So today is number 1. Next time I'd like to explain number 2. Today mainly I'd like to explain the principle. So main principle is most important thing is to establish the form. If you insist on making the sound, your form will collapse. And then once you have a bad form, it can take over 10 years to get rid of it. Some people cannot get it for a lifetime. So I'd like to teach you how to make the form. So please concentrate on that form. So we have 3 main principles. First one is a position. Second one is a form of the mouth and lips. And then third one is about the airstream. So number 1, first principle position. A is the closer the better. So I mentioned about this one last time. So like this. So if distance is getting a little bit longer, the strength decrease very much. So the closer the better. Next, the vertical position. The mouthpiece and the outlet of airflow should be the closest. So lower lip, if it can be seen, it's not good. Like this, like Shakuhachi hide your lower lip, this position is very good. And then if you see some Shakuhachi player, and then you can see lower lip, that player, the position is not so good. The next, C, mouthpiece and face, this angle approximately 90 degrees, right angle. Then D, jaw position should be in the back. And then E, the oral cavity is as narrow as possible. This is a lung, this is the oral cavity. So if you push air from the lung, if oral cavity is big, the strength of airstream is getting decreased. So the narrow, the better. And next, I'd like to explain second principle about the mouth and the lip. A is make variable, smooth, and delicate slits. B is make a slit between the inside of your lips. So if you're using outside of your lip, here is very rough, so you cannot get very good slit. And then next, relax your lips. If your lip is getting stiff, you cannot make a good slit. But your lips is very soft, you can make a very good slit like a silicone rubber. And to make a good slit, gently pull both lips. But if you pull this way, you can put just the over lip only. So raise mouth corners and make dimples. So like smiling. This is a very good shape of your mouth and lip. Next, I'd like to explain about the third principle, about Airstream. Please look at this figure. We blow like this. So Airstream goes this way, and then open air doesn't move. So this Airstream streaming and then touch to the open air and then go back. But this Airstream goes this way, so absorb to this stream and then touch again, and then we have some kind of vortex. It's called Kalman vortex. So outside, this part is a very fast, but inside is very slow. So I express the velocity as a vector. So for Shakuhachi, we hit this part or this part, the sound is very loud, but inside is not so much, very weak sound. So we should hit here or here. And if we hit here, we call this way of blowing outside blowing. This part we say inside blowing. But I recommend you to blow outside blowing, because if you go to the advanced class, we should make the pitch down. So at that time, we have to use inside blowing for make the pitch down. So usually we must use outside blowing. And then to hit this part, we go to B, blow from above while lower the airstream. So make this airstream up and then make it down. The next C, make your upper lip open for lower sound. So it means when we blow like this and then make the pitch lower, at that time, if we open lower lip, we hit a very weak point. So we have to make upper lip open. And then I like to explain next to number 2, training method. First of all, I like to say to establishing form is more important than making sound. And don't get tense on your lips. As here are some examples, like climbing from several trailheads. Try every day. So 6 or 7 examples I'll explain, but today just one. And then don't insist on making the perfect form for each example. Just try every day this example. And H, if you scan very fast, you cannot get sound. So at that time, slow down the scanning speed according to the intensity of the breath sound. Like this figure, this is a lips, and then we scanning this shakuhachi. So airstream sound is getting increased. So this breath sound is getting louder. Here is a good point to get sound. So make your shakuhachi slower around here and around here. So like this. If you same velocity, but if we got the breath sound and make the velocity of shakuhachi slower, like this, so you can get the sound. And then if you a little bit more sensitive, you can feel this kind of changing the sound. So you start from here. At first, no sound, and then you get air sound a little bit, and then increase, and then one position you don't get almost no sound, and then next you can get sound, and then no sound, and then breath sound, and then nothing, and then get sound, and then breath sound. So please listen carefully. Like this. So if you got this map, it's very easy to get sound.